Today I will explain about Emily Dickinson and give you more information about uh, Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson, in full Emily Elizabeth Dickinson, she born December 10, 1830, Amherst, Massachusetts, U.S. She was an American poet after studying at the Amherst Academy for 7 years. In her youth, she briefly attended the Mount Holyoke Female Seminary, but only for 1 year before returning to her family's house in Amherst. Dickinson is known as one of the two foremost American poets of the 19th century because she is an American lyrics who lives in exile and has a singular brilliance of style and integrity of vision. The next is about Emily's family. Emily is the second of three children. Dickinson grew up with moderate wealth and deep local and religious attachment. For his first 9 years, he lives in mansion designed by his father's grandfather, Samuel Fowler Dickinson, who helped found Amherst College but went bankrupt shortly before she was born. His father's Edward Dickinson was a strong and fluent Whig lawyer who served as a college treasurer and was elected to one term in Congress. Her mother, Emily Norcross Dickinson, from the leading family in Monson, was an introvert wife and hardworking housekeeper. Her letters seemed equally inexpensive and quirky, but both parents were loving but austere, and Emily became closely attached to her brother Austin and sister Lavinia, never marrying to sister and remained at home. And when their brother married, he and his wife established their own household next door. The next is development as a poet. Dickinson began writing poetry at the end of his teenage years. At that time, there were still a few poems, including the poems entitled Valentine. The poems was written for his youth friends until Dickinson was in her middle 20th centuries. Her writing mostly took the form of letters, and a surprising number of those that she wrote from age 11 onward have been preserved. The poem she wrote in the form of a letter was sent to her brother Austin or to friends of her own sex, especially Abiah Ruth, Jane Humphrey, and Susan Gilbert, who would marry Austin. This generous communication overflowed with humor, anecdote, invention, and somber reflection. The letters or poetry she has written appear to base on feelings of abandonment and a fitting attempt to deny, overcome, or reflects on feelings of loneliness. In 1855, Dickinson traveled to Washington, D.C. with her sister and father, who was then ending his term as U.S. representative. On the return trip, the sister made an extended stay in Philadelphia, where it is through the poet heading the preaching of Charles Wordsworth as fascinating a Presbyterian minister whose pulpit oratory suggests, as a college put it, years of conflict and agony. 70 years later, Martha Dickinson Bianchi, the poet's niece, claimed that Emily has fallen in love with Wordsworth, who was married, and then grandly renounced him, but there is no information whether Wordsworth likes Emily or not. But several times, Wordsworth was seen visiting Emily in 1860, 1880, and 1882. After Wordsworth died, Emily remembers him as my Philadelphia, my dearest early friends, and my shepherd from little girlhood. In 1955, she living a large and much loved house since raised, in which she have lived for 15 years. The 25 years old woman and her family moved back to the dwelling associated with her first decade. The Dickinson mansion on Main Street in Amherst, her home for the rest of life. This large brick house, still standing, has become a favorite destination for her admirers. You can see the house in the picture. And the next is the mature career. In the summer 1858, at the height of this period of obscure tension, Dickinson began assembling her manuscript books. She made clean copies of her poems on fine quality stationery, and then she would small bundles of this sheet together at the fold of. Over the next 7 years, she creates 40 such booklets and several on sound sheaves, and altogether they contained about 800 poems. Dickinson sent more poems to her sister-in-law, Susan Gilbert Dickinson, a cultivated reader, than to any other known correspondent from 1859 to 1862. She went him some of her most intense and confidential communication include the daring poems titled Divine is Mine, whose speaker proclaims that she is now a wife, but of a highly unconventional type. Dickinson's last trip from Amherst were in 1864 and 1865, when she shared her cousin Lucia and friends Norcos boarding house in Cambridge and underwent a course of treatment with the leading Boston ophthalmologist. She described her symptoms as an etching in her eyes and painful sensitivity to light. In her last 15 years, Dickinson averaged 35 poems a year and conducted her social life mainly through her chiseled and often sibyllines written message. Her father's sudden death in 1874 caused a profound and persisting emotional upheaval, yet eventually led to greater openness, self-possession, and serenity. Her health broken by this culminating tragedy. She kissed sing almost everyone, apparently including her sister-in-law. The poet she died, Emily Dickinson died in 1886 when she was 55 years old. The immediate cause of death was a stroke. At the attending physician attribute this Bright's disease, but a modern posthumous diagnosis points to serve primary hypertension and the underlying condition. So this is the information about Melly Dickinson. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.